What's going on, guys? Back with another Infinite Warfare video, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 best guns with classes in terms of the assault rifles and the submachine guns. Now, this was actually requested on Xbox One messages by T. Browsla, or his name is Brandon Weismer on there, but he is on Xbox, which is pretty cool to have people reach me on there. So as we go over the top 5 best guns, know that these are all my opinions and not something I'm trying to say is fact, that they are the best guns. They are just the best guns to me because I found the most success with them. And you may feel the same way, or you may have another gun that's better to you or a class that's better to you, but just know that before we go into it too much. So far in this game, I have noticed that different weapons are better used on different maps, but I picked these particular weapons and classes because I feel you can use them on any map as long as you get the recoil patterns down and your aim set good enough. But enough of that, let's do this. Okay, as I've said, I'll be going over these top 5 guns with classes, and I'll be starting in order from last to first. Let's get started. Number 5, the KBAR 32. This is on my list because the KBAR sight already has a built-in red dot sight on it, so really there's no need to equip a red dot sight on it at all. But that's not the only thing I like about the KBAR. The mobility and the fire rate are excellent. Even the damage is not so bad. The accuracy is not the greatest, but it's definitely manageable to still kill in long-range gunfights. Now, to see how I had that KBAR set up, we will look at the attachments of quick draw, extended mags, stock, and hollow point. Quick draw isn't it if you are a rusher, but if you are a camper, then obviously you're not going to need it because you're going to be aimed and locked anyway, right? You will see extended mags probably a lot in these classes because the ammo capacity is not the greatest in this game, so equipping extended mags to take out many enemies at once is ideal. Stock because it is an assault rifle and many like to camp in this game, so aiming going around corners is the best. And lastly, hollow point, because in this game, the amount of head glitching that goes on in Infinite Warfare is close to being a sport, so combat that by using an attachment that takes less bullets to the head when that is the only thing you have to shoot. Not to mention, you could win some gunfights if you're lucky or skilled enough to aim for that noggin. For perks, we go with Dexterity and Scavenger. These both go with reloading and never running out of ammo because, like I said before, the magazine size and capacity are not the greatest in this game. Okay, on to the next gun with the class number 4, that is going to be the HVR. This is a submachine gun that is actually really good, and is also equipped with an automatic red dot sight like the KBAR. It is also very versatile to run and shoot, as well as stopping to see if anybody's going to be coming through that doorway. One thing I really do like about it is it resembles the UMP-45. I'm not sure if you guys remember that one. I think it was from Modern Warfare 2, I do believe, and I absolutely love that gun. But the best thing I loved about the HVR, besides a quicker reload speed, is the stopping power, taking only 3 bullets to kill at close range. If this had just a tad bit higher fire rate, it'd probably top, but for now, it sits at a cozy number 4. For the setup on the HVR, we go with the quick draw, extended mag, stock, and the laser. As always, quick draw is important to win close range gunfights, and extended mags because the magazine sucks to have on the HVR with only 26 bullets per magazine. Stock is actually a preference thing. I like to move side to side when I shoot, making the other guy miss, but it is a submachine gun, so if you're not that type of guy, substitute the stock out for something else. And laser sight because it's very easy to hip fire with the HVR with the laser sight, and if you're using the HVR at all, most likely you're going to be prepared to get in close range gunfights with enemies, so a good idea to hip fire half the time. Perks are going to be the same with Dexterity and Scavenger because reloading quick and keeping ammo are going to be very important to me in my opinion, even on this gun. Alright, on to number 3, and that's going to be the ERAD. Though I really don't like the energy weapons because I said before it reminds me too much of like Halo, I really do like the ERAD because the accuracy, fire rate, and mobility are all fantastic. Yes, the range and damage suck, and even if it takes 5 to 6 bullets medium to long range, you can keep that steady long enough to get easy kills. The ERAD is perfect for the rusher because of how fast and accurate the gun, and that is basically the virtues of a rusher. And as I said in my last video, the ERAD reminds me of the Weevil in Black Ops 3, which is another weapon I absolutely loved in that game. To go on with the class setup, we go with the quick draw, fusion mag, particle amp, and the laser. Quick draw doesn't need a further explanation at this point besides aim down quick, right? Fusion mag is like extended mags, only it randomly fills up energy ammo rather than having those extra energy bullets. And particle amp because I said before, the range does suck, so this extends the kill range for the ERAD. And the laser because the gun does suck for range, so try to get close to the enemy as possible before shooting, and if you're close enough, hip fire might be a better way to get the advantage. Perks are Dexterity and Scavenger again. If you haven't noticed yet, all of my classes will have these on there because of the magazine and capacity size on this game. Unless they do a hot fix to change all that, but until then, they're going to be my go-to perks. Now that we had 5, 4, and 3, let's move on to number 2, and that's going to be the NV4. I cannot say enough about this assault rifle because it's one of those guns that you can be unstoppable with, or it can be an absolute pain in your ass if it's being used against you. What makes this gun very nice is there's really no weakness to it. All of its stats are fairly even, and things like accuracy and range are the best. It can be still used in close range gunfights as it only takes 4 shots to kill close range, and there are even some SMGs that take that much, like the ERAD. I also believe the NV4 has the best variants to it, like the variant Fallout and Flatline. This gun also reminds me of the ACR in Modern Warfare 2, I think, and the ICR in Black Ops 3. The reason being they all have and had moderate fire rate and high accuracy, which was awesome for the long range gunfights. For the NV4, I throw in the exact same setup as the KBAR with quick draw, extended mag, stock, and hollow point. Everything I said about the KBAR applies to this weapon. In a nutshell, aim fast, reload quick, kill easier in the head with head glitching, simple as that. Perks, dexterity, and scavenger, same as always. And now on to the final, what I think is the best top gun out of the 5 top guns I've mentioned, and that's going to be the Karma 45. And no, it's not because it is my YouTube name and I solely like it for that reason, though it is pretty cool. I like the Karma because the accuracy is not that bad, the mobility, the fire rate are excellent. I personally like the combination because as a rusher, the 4-shot kill range is very good, unlike the FHR taking 5 shots a quarter of the Karma's range, and the high rate of fire and high moderate accuracy makes this gun beast as hell. I also like the Karma because this is one of those weapons that has dual magazines. You can actually get up to 75 bullets per mag, which is unheard of on any weapon that isn't a light machine gun. This setup is the same as basically every class I mentioned, with quick draw, extended mags, and the laser. No stock on this one though, with the mobility is great enough I feel and just don't need it. This is probably the best for the running gunners, aka the rushers, because of the high fire rate, decent kill shot range, moderate accuracy, and high magazine size is all you could ever ask for being a rushing kind of player. One last thing, rigs also come in handy to save perks or attachments being used, starting with Merc's Man of Arms, which gives you that extra ammo boost, so you can then possibly take off extended mags for something else, or even take off dexterity for something else, if you're not that type to reload after every kill, like me. Okay, that will do it. Sorry this was a long one, but there was much to go over, so I'm just gonna leave you with, if you enjoyed, thumbs up that damn thing, and sub a dub to see more. Any questions, comment, or Twitter in the description. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and good luck.
Set my heart afire. Set my heart